Thanks for joining me, everybody. This is Eadsy Astronomy's newsletter, April 12th to April 18th. I'm just going to go through the highlights. If you want the newsletter, you need to go over to Eadsy Astronomy on the YouTube video. The URL will be down on the bottom. Of course, when I post the video on my blog, I'll put a link on my blog as well. If you want the PDF or if you want the online version, a Google Doc where it's view only, but if you go File, Make a Copy, it will make a copy to your own Google Drive, and then you'll have it for yourself. Anyway, this week we are entering into just the wonderful week for dark sky observing deep sky object time. April 12th through the 18th is the time period here, so it's the week right here. You can see the 12th through the 15th, we're in a waning crescent. The moon rises very early in the hours. This is the ideal time if you want to see Earthshine to get out and see it before sunrise. It's when the old moon in the new moon arms, where sunlight reflected from the Earth faintly illuminates the dark portion of the lunar disk. April 17th on Friday is new moon. The moon will be positioned between the Earth and the sun, making it invisible. This provides the darkest possible skies for observing or imaging this week, probably all month, to be honest with you. April 18th, the waxing crescent returns, and look for an extremely thin 1.5 day old crescent very low in the western sky just after sunset, and it will go down really quick. Another great night for dark sky observing. You'll really probably have until probably Wednesday the 22nd. I would say Tuesday the 21st would be the last day that I would head to a dark site, but it's up to you and how much time you have. You'll just need to check when the moon sets in your time zone. So I've gotten a couple questions on this, and so just kind of want to show this to you. Let's come back over here. So here you can see right now the phases of the moon. It's all how the moon is in relationship to the Earth, right? Like I said, right now we're in the waning crescent phase for most of this week, and that crescent will get shorter and shorter and shorter. On Friday, new moon occurs, and that's when the moon again is positioned between the Earth and the sun. It makes it invisible. There is no light from it. It's just darkness. We don't see it. And a great time it's the great night for getting out because there's no moon that night. Next night, we enter the waxing crescent phase. We'll be in that way into early the following week. I'll touch on that. You'll be able to go dark sky observing until the moon gets higher and higher in the sky. You know, after first quarter through full moon until you get to the waning gibbous, that's the time where I do double stars, and we'll focus on more double stars at that time, the craters and things like that. Okay, let's talk about some of the craters though that if you get up early in the morning, there's a lot going on in the morning. You have a comet up, you have some planetary alignment going on this week. So if you're going to get up early, beginning of the week, probably April 12th through the 14th, you can go out and see Aristarchus. They talked about it on Artemis. Its best time, like I said, is the April 12th, 14th. It's one of the brightest large features on the moon. Even as the moon thins to a crescent, this crater stands out because of its high albedo, reflective material that glows intensely. You can kind of see it in this image. You want to use high power on this so you can inspect those inner walls. You can see them there. You'll see dark radial bands, very evident in the photo. Likely they are volcanic glass or excavated impact melt, stripping the bright slopes. Just to the north, you can't miss, and I've put it down in the lower right, what's called Valles Scirotiae, a massive cobra head rille that is a masterpiece of lunar volcanism. It makes for a great image. You can see right above Aristarchus the cobra's head and then its snaking body there. It's just beautiful to see there, and it makes for great imaging and great sketching. Okay, let's go to the next one. Grimaldi. It's the black hole of the west. Best time, August 14th and 15th pre-dawn. It's a huge ancient impact basin. It's been flooded with dark basalt lava. It's one of the darkest spots on the lunar surface, and it creates a stark contrast with all the surrounding highlands around it. Look for the wall of the basin because the sun is setting over this region in the waning phase. The rugged rim wall will cast long shadows and ragged shadows across the flat, dark floor. In a large scope, the floor will appear almost like a smooth ink black sea. It's really cool to see right now. Let's go to the next one. Strikard, the Stripe crater. Best time is April 13th through the 15th, pre-dawn again. It's a massive walled plain crater. It's about 220 kilometers across, located near the southwestern limb. It's famous for its unique striped floor. One side is noticeably darker than the other, and you can kind of see that in the image. What to look for? Notice the pattern of light and dark material. The northern and southern parts of the floor are covered in dark Mara lava, but there's a lighter stripe, and that's from ejecta from Oriental, which was brought up on the Artemis mission, and it's from the Oriental impact basin, and it cuts right across the middle of the crater. You can see it here. This is a great test for a 4-inch refractor to see if you can resolve the subtle tonal differences that are there. Just a great object. Let's talk about some planetary things going on. There's a lot going on. Again, go to the newsletter for all the highlights. On the night of April 16th, pre-dawn again, early in the morning, thin crescent moon will be in Pisces, and you'll begin to see that Saturn, Mars, Neptune, and Mercury are beginning to come together. They're kind of patterning up here. To see Neptune, you do need a telescope. You should be able to see Saturn naked eye. Mercury, probably need a telescope. And Mars should be visible as well for visual naked eye. On the 8th, so that's on Wednesday, Thursday the 16th, early morning. Early morning on Saturday the 18th, if you get up, they're calling this a planetary alignment. And I always like to point out, it's not really an alignment. Really, the only thing that's maybe aligned here is Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune in a curve. Mars is kind of the outlier here. But look at Mars, Saturn, and Mercury. They make a beautiful triangle here. And so great imaging opportunity here as well to capture all of them if you want to image it. Probably make for a pretty good sketch. If you're going to see them visually, use a wide field eyepiece to see what we have on the display here, and then bring a high power eyepiece to see each one and get the details for each one. And again, there's a lot of other things going on. Venus is up right now in the evening sky. It's mag negative 3.9. It's in the west-northwest. Each night it will get higher and higher in the sky. And by April 18th, it will be positioned and that's next Saturday, positioned just below Messier 45, the Pleiades, and it will be joined by a very thin 1.5 day old crescent. It's a perfect imaging opportunity. Got to get it early. You got to be set up and ready to go just as the sun's going down. You don't want to capture the sun. The moment it's down, you want to be on that. It won't last for long. Okay. Jupiter remains the king of the sky right now, up by Castor and Pollux. You should be able to pull out the Galilean moons with binoculars or a 4-inch scope as well if you're using that. Next thing is Uranus. Uranus is up. It's located in Taurus, sitting about 10 degrees below the Pleiades. Its magnitude plus 5.8. It's a great target for 10-inch scope or better. It will appear as a tiny pale disk. And here's a finder chart that's in the newsletter for the whole year if you want to try to take a look at Uranus at different times this year. Okay, let's keep going here. Come back on over. I haven't done a lot with double stars this time, so I've just kind of left them alone. You'll see in the newsletter, you can see here, next week I'll start putting double stars and updating it for a lot of great spring. These are still great spring double stars to take a look at, but we'll start putting some new ones in next week, just so you're aware of that. But there's a lot on double stars if you're interested in that in the newsletter. So right now, comets, well, we all kind of know what happened to Comet C 2026A1 MAPS. It approached the sun right before it got to perihelion at about 96,000 miles above the surface of the sun. The sun did its job to it and obliterated it. Nothing's left of it. It's just not there. Go see my post on that one. But, however, and I just did a post on this, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Go see that video and that article. C2025 R3 Pan-STARRS, it's rising. Right now it's about magnitude, 2 days ago, magnitude 5.4. It's down to about 5.1 right now. Easy to see in binoculars or 4-inch refractor. It's potentially visible naked eye if you have a clear eastern horizon. It's in the constellation of Pegasus, going into Andromeda later. It's a great target for mid-range eyepiece, let's say the 9 to 12 range, and you'll see a distinct coma with a short developing tail by the 18th. It's the highest and brightest of the week, and it is a morning object. Go see my video and article that I posted on that. Okay, let's continue going now. Deep sky objects. These are from some eye candy objects, and there's a whole bunch that are listed over in the newsletter again. Up in the upper left here, you have the Beehive cluster, Messier 44, beautiful open cluster. See it in the constellation of Cancer before Cancer the Crab gets too low as we get later into spring and later into April. You got M81 and M82 positioned beautifully right now in Ursa Major. You can see them wide field eyepiece together. Bring magnification and see how much detail you can pull out of them. See how much of the arms and the dust line in the center on each of these objects that you can pull. You got a beautiful, beautiful Ghost of Jupiter, NGC 3242. It is a beautifully bright planetary nebula in Hydra. It has a distinct pale green hue and a high surface brightness, and it takes magnification well. It is a great sketching object, great imaging target. And then you got the Black Eye Galaxy next to that in the bottom center. The challenge there is, can you visually or imaging bring out the black eye there? I've done that with my sketching and my observing before. And then I want to mention in the lower right here, you have probably the second best globular cluster in the northern sky, in my opinion. Messier A3, it's in Canis Venatici. The only thing that surpasses it in my book is Messier 13, which is up about midnight, 1 o'clock here in Utah right now. But M3 is just gorgeous, well worth the time. Let's go to some more challenging objects here. Here you got NGC 2903 on the far left. It's a beautiful spiral in the nose of Lehi. It's bright, and you'll need averted vision to see the subtle texture of its spiral arms. If you're imaging, see if you can pull out the arms and how well you can pull them out. In the middle here, you have the Intergalactic Wanderer, Caldwell 25. It's actually a very distant globular cluster. It's extremely faint. If you're looking at it visually, it may just appear as a small smudge. If you're imaging, see if you can bring out the image like we have here. And then you have NGC 3226 and 3227. I just observed them a month ago at New Moon when we were out and sketched them. Got to get caught up on that stuff too. So much to do and not enough time. This is a pair of interacting galaxies near the star Algebra and Leo. Seeing both distinct cores is a great test of transparency. I had outstanding transparency. I could even see just a hint of structure. I definitely saw the cores on these two. So there are some challenging if you're in a 4-inch to 8-inch scope. Okay. If you're going to go bigger is always better, I guess. According to what they say. Sometimes I do like a small refractor just to see for the challenge. Here you got the Leo triplet, M65, M66, NGC 3628, the hamburger. Great for visual, great for imaging. You have M51 and M52. I'm sorry, M51, the galaxy up in Ursa Major. Actually, it's in Canis Venatici, I believe. It's positioned beautifully right now, just down from the end of the handle of the Big Dipper. Just a gorgeous object to see. I saw it last time. It was just fantastic. One of the best views I've ever had. I can't wait to share that sketch. Some more challenging and persistent things. Okay, here's some challenging things. Up in the upper left here, we have Messier 94, the Croc-Eye Galaxy. The challenge here isn't seeing the bright core. Can you detect the extremely faint outer ring of star formation as you can see in this image? If you're imaging, how well can you bring that out? And what type of stars can you get there? Next to that is Messier 98. The challenge with Messier 98 is seeing how much it's very bright, and it's seeing how much of the dark lanes and things that you can pull out, and if you can see the spiral structure on that one as well. Next to that, we have Hickson 44. It's a compact group of 4 galaxies in the neck of Leo. I observed that last time I was out and sketched it. Seeing all 4 members simultaneously is a classic big scope challenge, and you can see that one of them is extremely faint down in the lower right, I think it was upper left in my scope. Next to that, you have Able 33. It's a perfect and beautiful circular faint planetary nebula in Hydra. You're going to need an O3 visually. If you're imaging it, see how well you can bring out the dark areas. Finally, one of the greatest challenges for spring. I've done this 3 times. It's going to take big aperture, but see whatever aperture you have if you can do it. Let's see how low you can do. I've done it in a 10, I've done it in a 14, done it in 17 and a half, done it in 24, so I guess I've done it 4 times. It's seeing the jet in Messier 87. Can you detect the jet? If you're imaging it, can you pull the jet out? There's your challenge on those objects. And there's a lot more challenging objects out there. These are some even more challenging objects. Up here in the upper left, we have Seyfert 6 Tet. They're probably the most compact group of galaxies that are out there, even more compact than Stephan's Quintet. Can you pull out Seyfert 6 Tet? Can you see all 6 of them? Over on the far right here, you have the box galaxies. It's also Hickson 44. I know Hickson 61. Let me take a look. No, yeah, Hickson 61. It's a quartet in Coma Bereniceus. It's a geometric masterpiece. Detecting the faintest member, 4173, requires your best eyepieces. And 4173 is the one up by the mouse right now. You can see here. I actually observed this last time, sketched it, detected them. It was just gorgeous. Wonderful, wonderful, thrilling observation there. And then down below, we have Able 1656. It's the Coma cluster core. It's centered on 2 giant elliptical galaxies, NGC 4889 and 4874. You can see them right there. The challenge here is to see how many of the 100th, 14th to 16th magnitude background galaxies you can count in the single field. Just a fun challenge. Imaging it, how many of those galaxies do you pull out in your image? So just some challenges there. Some more challenges if you're going to be imaging. Just putting these out. We talked about Marcane's change last week. We'll leave that up. Here's my image from my last observing period of M101. The pinwheel, beautiful capture from the C-Star S50 on that one. And then the Leo dwarf. I have it down multiple times in this newsletter. It's a great challenge to go after right now. And then, of course, for imaging, I do put down, I have the interacting pair, Marcane's eyes, NGC 4435 and 4438. I have the edge-on masterpiece, the Needle Galaxy 4565. The challenge is the needle itself is easy to find, but capturing the internal dust lane structures in imaging and the subtle box-shaped bulge without bloating the stars, that's your challenge on that one when you see it in the newsletter. And then Able 31, which is a beautiful planetary that's faint, and how much of that can you pull out? Anyway, there's the newsletter. Again, I encourage you to go over to Eadsy Astronomy to get it. And thanks for joining me. Hope you found that helpful and interesting. Catch you next time.